That had to be the worst day I've ever had out here in 40 years. Not really. Yeah, what do you do? How do you react when you just have one of those days where things are going wrong and you're not even off the yard yet? You had that happen to me the other day. Just one of those days. Now, I like to get to the yard early and get out early if I can because it works out real well. So, just like normal, I get to the yard, I have trailers already set up on me and go around, start looking at them. I grab my dolly, find my rear, and I set my dolly in front of the rear. Now, when I do that, I check everything I possibly can on that first trailer. I check the paperwork, I check all the tires, mud flaps, everything I can possibly check without having any power to the trailer, right? So far that all looks real good. So, I go around to my lead trailer, I find it, and hook up. Check my hook, turn on the lights, roll up the gear, and start checking all the same things out, right? Everything looks good, tires are good, going around the left side, the lights look good, go around the back, paperwork, hazmat's good, get around to the right side, and I look up on the right-hand corner, top clearance light, not working. So I'm figuring, well, sometimes you hook up and you got a light not working. Once you move the trailer around, it comes back on, right? So I said, let's try that. And if it's on the bottom one, you can tap on it. A lot of times they'll come right back on. Loose ground, something, who knows. Anyway, I hook up and I go around and find my rear trailer with the dolly in front of it. Hook the dolly up, back under, get hooked up. Do all my connections, make sure everything's good, and start my walk around. And basically all I got to check at this point is lights, right? Because I've checked everything else as I came to each trailer. As I get around back to the front, that light's still not working. Now, it's one of those little round amber LED lights, right? They say those LED lights will last forever. They're not supposed to burn out. Now, I've had a couple where I've had to change them and they were the bulb for who knows what reason. It could have got, crimped or something, who knows. But normally you get those LED lights, you know that it's probably not just the bulb. There's some wiring issues or something in there, right? So I ride it up on the EDVIR and I go around there to the shop. Mechanic gets the ladder out, goes up the ladder. He said, yep, it's not the bulb, it's wiring somewhere. So he has me unhook from that lead trailer so he can get up underneath where the wiring is in case he needs to do something down there. And I unhook. He goes back up on the ladder to start tracing the wires, and he looks back and he notices on my rear trailer, he goes, hey, you got a big hole in the roof of that rear trailer. I said, well, of course I do. So, benefit of the doubt to the dock when they loaded that trailer that piece of sheet metal was not peeled back to make it obvious when they loaded it. It was laying flat, they didn't see it. But he saw it from on top. Big old 3-foot hole, couldn't leave that. Didn't want to go down the road with that. I mean, I guess the good thing on these things is I found out before I left the yard, right? You leave the yard with sheet metal peeling off your roof, you might have bigger problems on down the road. The light, maybe, unless you get inspected. But the hole in the roof, it could be more problems. You start losing sheet metal. So anyway, can't take that trailer. So while I'm unhooked, I run up to the dispatch office, tell him the deal. He goes, okay. Fortunately, on these westbound runs, we have plenty of trailers going that way. So he gives me another trailer. I go out and find it, check it out real good. And the good thing is the weight on that trailer and what's going to still be my lead trailer, only within a couple 100 pounds of each other. So I can leave my lead trailer, the lead trailer. So I go back over there to the shop. He's all done with the light. It's good to go. So I got to hook up, go drop that rear trailer, go into the EDVIR, right up the hole in the roof, go find that rear trailer again. And I was hoping I could get to it with that dolly hooked to my rear and back under it. But there were some other trailers parked where I couldn't do that, so I had to walk it back and hook up all the way 5 more minutes. So I got all hooked up, checked everything out. Everything was good to go on everything. Now, the moral of the story is, how do you react when these things happen, right? I went from being able to get out about 45 minutes before my cut time to about 30 minutes past my cut time. So it cost me about an hour and 15, 20 minutes on my day. And it's just gonna bring me back later, right? Back in the day, I would have been, and been rushing and stewing on it all day long. But when you rush and you get in a hurry like that because of things like this, other things bad can happen. Miss a hook, get going too fast and not paying attention, hit something, it's not worth it, right? So my advice to you, you new guys, and some of you old guys that still get that way, let it go. Doesn't do you any good. Could be a whole lot worse. Could get stuck out here where you have to lay down. Happened to me several times. I've done videos on them. But you just got to go with the flow. Try to enjoy that when you get it. So, moral of the story is, don't let things get to you. If you run a little late, you run a little late. So, go down in the description, check out all my links. Check out the SIA employment website if you're interested in coming to work for SIA. Send me an email, which is also down in the description, and I will send you my referral information. Subscribe to the channel, please. Like this video, and we'll see you later.